Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Tuesday, October 15th. Welcome. I hope y'all have had a great last 2 weeks. It is D-Day here, final tax day. I'm freaking exhausted. I got home midnight-ish last night. Dax stayed at the office. I'm gonna bet that he stayed up all night. So, coffee is my friend today. If I had 3 times the caffeine coffee to brew, that's what I would have made. I can't really tell you much about around here because I haven't been here. I've been at the office, so. I was afraid I wouldn't remember anything if I waited all the way until the weekend again, which seems ridiculous, but if you lived in my head at the moment, you would completely understand. So, I guess let's get started. I worked on my dimensions, welcome birdhouses. Honestly, I'm not sure what I did. There's still blue thread in the needle, so I'm going to guess I worked on some of this blue. I think I did more around this birdhouse down here. Maybe some of this around here, but like I said, I don't really remember. So we'll just go with that. Be happy. Thank you all for the well wishes on the dog. She gets a little better every day, but she still doesn't use her back legs at all. The muscles and nerves in them are kind of starting to wake up, and they twitch sometimes, which is good. But so I think this puts us at a month in. She's still laying on the floor in basically my dining room. If you're looking to invest, might I suggest puppy pads, laundry soap, and bleach. Those are being used a whole lot in our house. I hear the sales have gone way up. But we discussed, Dax and I did, whether or not it was time to think about putting her down. But she's not unhappy. She doesn't seem depressed or anything like that. When she wants, if we're getting a drink, she loves to crunch ice. She lifts her head up because she wants ice. She's happy when I get home, and she can roll herself over, so that's good. She can move herself around all over the place, which she gets off the puppy pads often, and I don't love that, but I'll take any improvements I could get. I'm handling it all a lot better now because it's become a part of my routine, and that makes it all easier for me. If it's just, I'm a put me in a rut kind of gal. If I know, okay, I've got this to do, then that's good. But I appreciate everyone that sent well wishes for her. They're working. She's getting better. It's just a really slow road. I worked on Christmas Gentlemen. Speaking of which, I'm doing a giveaway of this pattern in conjunction with Shelly at Shelly Key X Stitch. I'm too tired to make this difficult. If you would like this pattern, Christmas Gentlemen, leave a comment below just that you would like to stitch Christmas Gentlemen. Of course, over 18, don't say giveaway, and all of the other rules that go with it. I know I'm forgetting something. Anyway, Shelly got the pattern, and when she saw all of the back stitching in it, Shelly doesn't like back stitching, so she decided no. So I'm doing it in conjunction because I'll draw, Shelly will ship it to you, and I have to remember to tell Shelly that I did it. Hopefully I'll remember to tell her that I remembered to do it before I actually draw names. Let's go to the middle of November sometime. I'll do a video sometime in the middle of November. So that'll give us a couple of 2 or 3 weeks. 4 weeks. I just said today. Oh my God. Yeah, the middle of November. We'll do that. Anyway, I worked on mine. My poor pattern, I had to, so you can see the shiny. I had to get out the packing tape and hold it together. But it's okay. I think I did maybe down here. Yeah, I totally do not remember anything that was in the last video. So I know I did this. This right here, they show it better on camera than it does in person. This color right here is like the exact color of this. And that's the color I started with because it's closest to the edge. And I had to get out like a magnifier to see when I was doing the next color, where did I actually put stitches. It's craziness. Okay, I worked on my From the Heart, which is a series of 4 little hearts, and it is a free pattern from cross-stitching.com, cross-stitching.com. I'm doing mine on Red Ada. Like, I tell you that because this is the only one probably that I'll tell you what fabric it is because I know. But I'm using all white, and I'm on the 3rd heart. I've got, see the flowers here, I've got some flowers that go in right there, and I'll be done with this heart. One more to go. I'm hoping on this one to be finished before the end of the year. It doesn't seem like it should be that difficult, but that's always, but we'll see. We'll see. I worked on the 2019 ornaments for my kids. This kit is from 1988. I have probably owned it since 1988. It's back from when you could buy a full kit at Michael's for $9. I've gotten this one. I really had hoped to get it done by the end of September. I've got the back stitching to go. That's all that's left. If I would just sit down and do it, that probably wouldn't take very long. So, and then on to the next. I would like to actually get these finished in this year. They're Christmas ornaments. But at the rate I'm going, that won't happen. So I have to change my rate, right? I worked just a tiny little bit on Animal Advent. I seriously mean just a tiny little bit. There you go. Number 3, Mary Mouse. So now she has hips and a tail, part of a tutu. I also spent some time ripping out my snow I put up the colors that I was using because the snow's not white because it mixed in with the fabric, which is only barely not white. My fabric's probably not white because the cats were sleeping on it, but so I've got to take that out. I have no idea what color because I had like a really pale blue mixed in with it, and I don't know what color it is, and in my infinite wisdom, I put them all away. So, there you go. I feel like there was something right for 2 weeks that I've been meaning to say, and now I don't remember. Of course, because I don't write things down, because I'll remember. I don't need to. This was my new start from 2 weeks ago. A Mill Hill. I'm not doing it on the paper. I'm doing it on a piece of fabric. There you go. There's the actual start, The empty spots will be beads. It's very impressive, I know. I really would like to have some time to work on that one some more, but that'll probably come next year. And then last week, my new start, I'm so excited because I'm finally getting, I just kind of pull from the front of my box of kitted projects. And I'm finally getting to things that were gifted to me. I generally don't enter drawings and stuff online because I feel bad because I know it will be so long before I get to stitching it. And I feel like people think I'm not appreciative, and I am. I feel like that about just like this, where I've been gifted these things because I do appreciate it, and I kit them up immediately, but because I kind of try to go in order so that things don't just get forgotten about, sometimes it takes a while. But this one, Little House chart number 1, it says America from Little House Needleworks. This is was gifted to me from Kimberly, the Distracted Stitcher. And I'm using, I got a really great start on it. Also, I got a star in. I really want to keep stitching on this one too. That's kind of the way with almost everything, isn't it? I said almost because you know there are ones I don't want to keep stitching on. This is like a kind of a mocha-y fabric. It's an Ada. I'd probably say 18 or maybe 22. It's really small, but there you go. It's kind of close to the fabric in here. This one's kind of a burlappy looking fabric like my Santa, the Christmas Gentleman is on. But did I say this one's from Kimberly, who's the Distracted Stitcher? I don't know if I said it already or not, but I am grateful to her for that, and I want to keep stitching on it. Also, I should be able to just stay home and stitch. I don't know what this whole work thing is about. I worked on the Santa stocking. I did. Oh, I should have taken it out of the hoop. Yeah, I have been listening to on YouTube. They have some channels like Relax Cafe, I think is the name of one. And it's like BMG Cafe, I think is one of the channel names. Cafe Music, BMG Cafe, or something along the lines of that. They've got some smooth jazz. Sorry, my hair, it's still kind of wet halfway, so it's like, anyway, it's some very chillax kind of music, a low-key smooth jazz kind of thing. I've been listening to it a lot at the office in the background, you know, high stress, chilling music. It's an awesome station. Y'all should listen to it if you like that kind of music, or if you want just some background music that's chill while you're going about your day. It's pretty awesome. Do yourself a favor, turn off the comments because it's live. They have recorded ones, but they have live music also. People can manage to argue in the comments on an easy listening jazz music station. It's like, seriously, people. Get over it. Get over yourselves. Stop arguing and about everything. Anything and everything. It's crazy. Anyway, if you like something chilly like that, I don't know if that's really a word for music, but check them out. Like I said, Relax Cafe. I think I wrote them down. Relax Music, Relax Cafe. Anyway, it's pretty cool. One of the stations I listened to for like 2 weeks because I wouldn't change it because their picture maybe this is how my brain works when I'm exhausted. Their picture was, it's like an old record player, and there's a pumpkin in the background. It's in front of a window, and everything's kind of in soft focus. But at work, I have 2 computer screens, and the screen that is off to the side, in my peripheral vision when I'm working in front of me, I would have that up there because in my peripheral vision, the shadows from the pumpkin and the record player looks like a squirrel playing the piano, and that tickled me. So I would not change that station because I'm ridiculous. But I mean, come on, a squirrel playing piano and smooth jazz? Who wouldn't leave that up? I didn't want to look at the screen because I really liked the fact that in my peripheral vision it was a squirrel. Anyway, back to this, okay? I worked on this one, this Dimensions kit. Shelly offered to work on it some for me, and I absolutely appreciate that. That's a truly, truly kind gesture when someone is struggling through something to offer to let me help you. Again, the levels, she was afraid that it wouldn't be the same if Mom didn't stitch the whole thing because it's for Wyatt. And no, that wouldn't bother me at all. But the depths of my stubbornness to do this won't let me do that. I'm still trying to talk myself into it. But right now, my stubborn ass self is like, nope. I am going to defeat this if it kills me. Right? That's a great attitude for your crafts, right? Anyway, here's where I've gotten to. I've got there will be some red French knots in the middle of the poinsettia. So this is not as charted by any means. It's close enough. And then I will come back in and fill in the shading and stuff. As you can see, I've got some of Santa in right now. I kind of think he looks like he ought to be in a costume from Cats at the moment. But I got his face going. And so far his face is correct. So I'm not so worried about fudging in shadowing and the bag and where his beard's going to go. So if I can get past whatever horrendous mistake I've made in up here somewhere, and I really think it's probably in this stupid bag here, but if I can push past that and get back onto where I'm actually stitching what the pattern says, I'll feel much better about it. Okay, at least that's what I keep telling myself. I don't know if I really will or not. So, I worked on this one. This was a start from a few weeks ago, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to keep working on it because it was so fast. But look, oh my God, they're ridiculous. Those owls are ridiculous. The pattern came with a little star that goes right here, but I have some little leaves. I'm going to put a little leaf right there. So, my dad used to say when we were going someplace, when it's time to go, let's make like a tree and leaf. That's what I always think of when I talk about a leaf. He used to say other things too that I won't repeat here, but anyway. Woodstock. Woodstock. What is this? Peanuts all year long. Oh, I was just going to flip and show you the pattern. There you go. Woodstock. Mercy me. Yeah, he's done. I'm not putting them. They had little, some back stitching underneath him there. I'm not putting all of that in. but he's done. I'm so happy. I got, sometime last week, I think, I got all of this done, and it was just, I was down to just the back stitching. And I knew that there was too much, that I couldn't just sit here and do back stitching. So I would do one length of thread each day. And I got him done Sunday maybe, I think. I don't know. I am so freaking happy that he is done. The big problem is that I want to make like every one of these because, hello, Snoopy. I mean, seriously. But I'm going to pick the next one based on back stitching. Like, I love this one. Do you see those leaves? Yeah, I'm not doing it next. So, I don't know which one I'm going to do next. I'm going to leave this one in its very fancy project bag. And I've got tons of these bags, y'all. Tons of them. I can't help myself. I'll pick based on what has the least amount of back stitching. But I have plenty of time. I have a whole tub of things that haven't been kitted yet. And it will go into that. I try to just grab them out again in order. So it'll just go in that. But I am so happy. So very happy. So this one I finished in September. I don't even know when it is. And this one I finished in October. But I think that gets me to 24 finishes this year, which I am absolutely, absolutely blown away by the idea of that. Other things that I have been doing. I know I had shown y'all this before. That was 2 signs from Dollar General. They're the same sign. I cut the top off of this one, and then it's just a little Halloween basket at Dollar General. But I threw in some flowers, made a little arrangement to go in it. I think all the flowers are from Dollar General. There might be 1 or 2 that are not. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. And then I made these. I have some little, the little electric tea lights that I'll drop down in here. But these are, that's the eyes and mouth, bless their mouths, seriously. I mean, come on. That is so horrible. But I cut those out of electrical tape, which is not an easy task, because all I could find were giant scissors. That's all I could find at the time, and I just wanted to get them done. That's kind of hard to cut out small, delicate things with. But these are glass jars from that wee yogurt. That stuff's delicious, y'all. Electrical tape stuck on for the mouth and eyes, and then just plain old orange paint inside. I did 1 coat and then let it dry for a day and came back out and did another coat. It could probably use more, but I kind of like them a little bit streaky and not perfect, because it's like me. Let's see, so I did those. What else did I do? I've been busy. I made a bunch of needle minders. They're like little books. Can you see from the side? There you go, Pride and Prejudice. Oops. Book. I made those. then I made a bunch of scissor fobs. I have a cat, and this one's a little bird, an owl, a green owl. Can't get him to show you his face. Well, this one has little paw print charms on it. And then this little witch. So I've been playing around making those. Because I got about a bazillion buttons around here. I don't know. I bought these, I don't know if I showed these before. I bought these little ghosts at Dollar Tree, and they're wooden ghosts. And I just glued pages out of a book onto them. I have a little garland. I used 3 of them to make. I have a little shelf at the office they're hanging from. But for that one, I went around the eyes and the mouth in black a little bit so that they show up better. I'll probably do that here. There's another hole at the top for the string to go through. I just haven't booked it out yet. But that was kind of fun. I was kind of going to dry brush them with white, but I have like 100 colors of paint and no white. Because of course. So, I have leaves. I'm probably going to do something similar. Maybe I'll use like an ink pad or something to kind of age it around the edges or something. I don't know. So I've been working on stuff like that a little bit too. Just because sometimes I don't have the brain capacity to cross stitch because, you know, counting and stuff. So I'm trying to think if there is anything that I need to tell y'all. I don't think so. I'll think of 100 things as soon as I turn this off. But because I don't edit, it won't matter. I'm trying to think of anything that's been going on around here. Let's see, I already told you about Ziva. Rascal, which is Kirsten's dog. He's a pit bull who also has hip dysplasia. Hurt himself, so he didn't want to get up. There's a point between sitting and standing that must hurt a lot because he'll start to and then he would quit. So he wouldn't get up without help for a few days. But right now we're keeping him on pain meds and he seems to be doing fine as long as we keep it from hurting. So there is that. I had to go get Wyatt a new phone because the battery in his phone swelled up it was making the phone bulge. And he came in because his old phone case broke and he ordered a new one and he's like, he came and he's like, I can't get this phone case to stay on. And so then he was looking at it and he's like, but it's because, look, my phone's bulging and the battery in it. And so it's like, you can't use that phone, you know, turn it off. Don't plug it into charge. Do not use your phone. We need to go get another one. And he was saying that but he FaceTimes on it with his girlfriend and he talks to her on it. And I said, well, you know, you have a splody battery in it. I don't think holding it up to your face is a good idea. Just saying. So we went and got him a new phone, and then the next day he was like, oh my God, all these articles keep popping up on stuff about phones exploding and burning people because of the batteries. Like, I love you, son, but really your mom's not that stupid. I knew what I was talking about. But he hasn't reached the age yet where I get to be smart again, so we just have to wait. Anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Abigail is home right now because she hadn't seen Ziva, and Ziva is her dog. since she had the stroke. So I tried to tell her, you are in no way prepared for what you're going to walk in and see. Because the muscles in her hips are already atrophying. I move her legs every day to try to keep them from just totally disappearing. I probably should be doing it several times a day, but I don't see her several times a day. But anyway, I told her, as bad as she looks right now, you have to keep in mind that for 2 days she didn't move at all. And the progress is so slow and tiny, but it's progress nonetheless, and she's better than she was, as bad as she looks right now. It's been kind of weird because her being able to do things has kind of started at the top and worked its way down. The first sign that I was sure she was getting better was just the sparkle in her eyes, that she was aware again, because they'd just kind of been ghostly for a couple of days. So, I mean, when I say little slow progress, that's what I mean. Like, okay, I see awareness in her eyes. So that's the first step. And it's just kind of moved down her body like that. It's been really, really weird. So anyway, Abigail was going to come home a couple of weeks ago, but she stopped for a potty break at Buc-ee's, and her car wouldn't start. And so we have AAA. I told her, call AAA. That's what they do. And they came out and checked the battery, and the guy got it started, but he told her, you need to go to a shop local and get this fixed. She was on the opposite side of Houston from where Dax's parents live, and I told her, I don't want you driving around in a car that may or may not keep running, trying to find a mechanic that you know nothing about. Call the tow truck, call AAA back, and have a truck come tow it back to your grandparents' house. And she did. And it was several days after all of the flooding in Houston most recently. So they told her it would be like an hour and a half. And then they told her it would be another hour and a half. And then they told her it would be another hour and a half before they could get there. Then they finally got there. And there was a wreck on the highway, so they took back roads to get back to the house. So probably a 30 to 45 minute drive took them like 2 hours. I don't know. When all was said and done, it was like 7 hours that she sat there waiting. She was not a happy camper. When she headed home this time, I told her, don't stop at Buc-ee's. Just, if you gotta pee, just hold it. But after several hours, Dax was like, I didn't know they got the car running. She could have driven back to the house instead of waiting all that time. And I said, yes, she could have, but she was in a parking lot and she was safe, and I didn't want her getting back on 10 and then breaking down. So it's whatever. So this time anyway, she made it safely. There's new battery terminals. So everything should be good now. Because, yay, what fun. So I think that wraps it up. I think that's like all of the excitement that I know about. Addison got a raise. I know that this week, so she's kind of happy about that. Yeah, I guess that's it. The rest of it, Dax and I are at work. That's the story of our lives at the moment. So he has guard this weekend. He and Wyatt will be working the air show in Houston. So maybe I'll get a chance to actually do some serious stitching. I don't know. Generally, my kids seem to be afraid that I'm going to be by myself. I'm not sure they realize that it's okay with me. I'm not afraid of it. But anyway, hopefully, I say he and Wyatt. Wyatt is sick right now, so hopefully he'll be over whatever he's got. I'm not really sure whatever he's got because we're kind of like, stay away. He's got a head cold, but hopefully he'll be better. Anyway, I think that brings you up to date on everything. And if not, maybe I'll remember to write it down, but that's highly doubtful. Okay, I'm going to go because I still have to get stuff done before I head into the office. Thank you, everyone, so much for your comments and your likes, for subscribing. I appreciate it more than you know. Welcome to any new subscribers. I hope you'll stick around, and y'all have a wonderful week. Maybe I'll be back on Sunday with Dax gone. It should be easy enough for me to be able to record and do all of that stuff. Although I do have deadlines coming up now, then I need to make sure things are taken care of. But I think it can all happen. Fingers crossed. Okay. Thanks again, y'all. And I'll see you here next time. Bye.